Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. We have made it through the first day of the week. I'm your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Monday evening going into your future. We have some stuff to talk about tonight. Nothing crazy or anything like that, but it is going to be a bit active as we go into tonight. But it's going to calm down, though. It's definitely going to calm as we get into the later night hours. But first, make sure that if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, make sure you go and do so. Also, make sure you go and hit the share button as well. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're at 433 right now, 433. And it takes 5 seconds. You just need an account. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on notifications so you get the notification when the live starts or when I upload an update, or also if you want to share it as well. Again, it takes 5 seconds, but we'll talk more about that at the end. Let's go on now and talk with the recorded audience for the people who cannot be here tonight. Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Monday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Monday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, we do have some rain going on pretty much throughout a good portion of the state. Rock Hill, Chester, Union, Newberry, Saluda, Edgefield, as well as Augusta, Winsboro, as well as going down towards Orangeburg, Walterboro, even Beaufort, as well as Latson, going up towards Georgetown and Loris, as well as Dillon. So a lot of rainfall still going on. And also, severe thunderstorm watch still in effect for Horry County and Georgetown County. It expires in the next hour. They might let it expire early, though. We have rain that goes all the way up through North Carolina, Virginia, as well as some snow in Canada, also in western New York. We also do have some rain going on in Florida, and just a lot of river flood warnings and stuff like that over here inside of the Ohio Valley, as well as going down to the Mississippi Valley, and then just overall, just not really much going on up here towards the Pacific Northwest. If we go on and turn off the warnings, though, so you can just see the map, I mean, it's kind of quiet. If you don't count over here to where we are, maybe some showers up there, but this main portion of the U.S. right here is looking very, very quiet. So we're probably one of the most active regions inside the U.S. right now, in terms of, especially with most of the state getting some rain right now. Probably one of the most active regions throughout the U.S. right now is in South Carolina. Here is your cloud cover. Cloud cover, obviously heavy, but it will decrease as the night goes on. So definitely, if you want those clear skies, definitely look forward to that. And if you can see here as well, you see the time in hours just above the map. This is for our future in terms of cloud cover. Go on and push this forward all the way through. That's okay. That's not what I want. So we're actually going to go backwards instead and go to this one instead. As you continue this forward, you can see the cloud cover pushing to the east, and you can just see just how quickly that cloud cover is going to try and push out. This is around tomorrow morning. This is tomorrow afternoon right here. Just nice and clear going into tomorrow. Definitely a huge difference from today, to where it was mainly cloudy for a good majority of the day, to it being pretty much clear for almost everybody tomorrow. Current temperature right now, 68 in Columbia, as well as 70 in Somerville, 70 in Moncks Corner, as well as 71 in Allendale, 71 in Georgetown, as well as Conway, even 73 going on inside of Myrtle Beach. In North Myrtle Beach, 68 in Walterboro, as well as 73 in Key Island, 71 in Beaufort, as well as 73 in Hilton Head, even 70 as well as inside of Ridgeland and Furman as well, 64 in Aiken, as well as 61, that is, inside of Spartanburg, 60 inside of Greenville, 62 in Pickens, as well as Clemson, and 61 in Anderson, as well as down towards 62 in Greenwood and McCormick. Low temperatures for tonight are around 43 in Anderson, as well as 43 in Greenville, 44 in Spartanburg, as well as 45 in Rock Hill. We even have 47 in Winsboro. We also have 45 in Newberry, 49 in Columbia, as well as 50 in Orangeburg. You have 51 in Walterboro, 55 in Hilton Head, as well as 58 in Charleston, 53 in Georgetown, as well as 55 inside of Myrtle Beach. As we go on now to our precipitation for the next 24 hours, this does go all the way back to 8 p.m., so around an hour ago. So most of the rainfall that's here could potentially have been could potentially move out, especially that 100th of an inch to a tenth of an inch over there in the upstate. Probably could be reduced. But some places like Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, still might see a quarter of an inch to a half an inch, as well as Cheraw, Sumter, maybe even Walterboro, as well as Hilton Head Island. Kind of the more east you go, the more relative and the more accurate it is, while the more west you go, probably the lesser amount of. But overall, still around a good quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible for at least some regions in the low country and the PD region. Going on to severe weather, we still have the slight risk of severe weather in effect. Let's see if the luck remains, and it does. You do not know what I'm talking about. Yesterday, right when I started talking about this, they updated it, and they did the same exact thing again today. Here's the new outlook right here. You can see that there is still a TSTM. You see just a very tiny marginal risk right there, but I'm not really going to count that. A TSTM, which means thunderstorms are still possible tonight through Hilton Head, Charleston, Florence, and Myrtle Beach. Pretty much the entire low country of South Carolina, Florence, and then Myrtle Beach as well. So there still is thunderstorms that are possible tonight. So just because the severe weather might be moved out, may have moved out, does not mean that thunderstorms are done for tonight. As you go into tomorrow, no thunderstorms expected tomorrow, nor Wednesday as well. So now let's go on and talk about our short-term future. Then we're going to talk about the long-term future. But first, look at this rainfall right here, and there still is that excessive rainfall outlook as well, which I think I can actually show on here. You go on to tonight. They actually have moved the excessive rainfall now up towards like Loris still, but that's up there. Everyone else is fine. As you go into tomorrow, nothing for tomorrow. Same thing with day 3, day 4, and day 5. So we're good in terms of excessive rainfall, but going into any sort of future that we have. Here we go, starting at the 18Z. As we go ahead and push this forward, there is the rainfall right there with some, obviously downpours with it. And then obviously as we get to around 5 to 6 a.m., that's when the last shower activity is going to pretty much be gone. And it's going to be nice and dry all the way through to around 2 p.m. on April the 9th. So after around tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we're not going to see rain again all the way through April the 9th during the afternoon hours. So we'll see, if that changes. Obviously, models change all the time. So we'll check that tomorrow morning. But for right now, no rain expected past tonight until we get to around 2 p.m. on April the 9th, which is, I believe, is Wednesday. So now let's talk about our long-term future. This is like the next 300 to 400 hours or so. So time will be inside the top right corner of your screen. Make sure that you go in and look at that, because that's going to be important to look at. You go in and push this forward. There is our system moving off. And then as you continue all the way through, still April the 11th, we're still watching for a potential another system to move through April the 11th. And then as we continue through, even more, just dryness, maybe some more shower activity April the 18th. And then maybe some more again going to around April the 22nd, the 23rd. But that's just too far out really to talk about. So the only major thing that I'm looking at is maybe April the 11th bringing some potential heavy rain, especially up there inside the upstate of South Carolina. But now let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off, Mr. Anthony says, good evening, weatherman, good evening to you. Trail says, hi, Joseph, hello to you. And then my cousin Dad says, good evening, Joseph. I hope all is well. It was a bit chilly here today, yesterday and today. So definitely a bit of a cool down up there, hopefully. Hopefully, you like the cool down, because I know it's definitely been in the 90s for a lot of the days down there inside of San Antonio as well. Miss Oliver says, rain, lots of rain. It was windy day at my house today. Lots of pollen blowing around. Let's see if things cool off a bit out of the after these April showers, and it definitely will. Temperatures are already dropping due to the cold front that just passed us. So for sure, it's gonna cool down tonight with lows down into like the 40s. We literally just talked about it. yeah, down to the 40s and maybe even the high 50s as well near the coastal regions, but mainly the 50s down into the low 40s as well tonight for low temperatures. And then my Nana says, hello, Jay, hello to you. And that's it. So hopefully hopefully everyone inside the chat feels like that their message was well received as we go on now and talk about the South Carolina Crazy score. Right now it's at a 42. It's at a 42. That's in the 31 through the 50 moderate category. Noticeable weather conditions such as moderate rain, wind, or minor storms. So obviously that's what's going on. Moderate rain, some wind, some breezy conditions possible tonight, and then some minor storms. An isolated minor storm or two. So definitely exactly what it says. Exactly what it says pretty much. And I'm not going live tonight, obviously, just for a couple of minor storms and stuff like that. So now let's talk about the three main cities outside of South Carolina that we talk about: San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia. Starting off with San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight, 45. No precipitation expected tonight. Same thing tomorrow. Tomorrow, high temperatures though getting to the low 80s, so definitely different than 90. 82. Low temperatures tomorrow, 51. No precipitation expected. Raleigh, low temperatures tonight, 48. There is precipitation that is expected tonight, with showers are expected, and some minor flooding is possible still tonight as well, so definitely watch for that. And then tomorrow, high temperatures 59, low temperatures tomorrow at 33. No precipitation is expected. Talking about Philadelphia, low temperatures tonight, 32, so below freezing, or just at freezing, with a chance of showers tonight. And then tomorrow, high 46, low temperatures actually below freezing at 30, and it will be breezy tomorrow. It will be breezy tomorrow during the day. No severe weather expected there. So now let's go on and talk about our wildfire update. Obviously, still going on. We're going to go on and get an update and see what they're at right now. Talking about the Carolina Forest one first. This is the other one. Still at 90% contained. The Carolina Forest wildfire still at 90% contained. It has not been updated in around 2 days. So, we'll see when they'll finally update it. The one up here in Pickens County has not been updated as well in 2 days. Last at 91%. And then over here inside of Greenville County, this one has not been updated in 5 days. So they're not really giving us any updates as to what's the containment of it. I'm not quite sure why. I guess maybe because it's getting very close to being fully contained, but right now on their website, on the South Carolina Forestry Commission website, they're not updating it at all. So I'll keep on checking to see. But if they don't update it tomorrow, I'm probably just not going to show it. But we'll see what happens. That'll be for tomorrow, though. And then one more thing, talking about what's going on throughout the entire United States. From the lower Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley, widespread moderate to major river flooding will continue through the midweek in response to last week's extreme rainfall. Areas of standing inundation will be slow to recede. A fast-moving storm system crossing the northeast U.S. through Tuesday will bring a few inches of snow and gusty winds, making hazardous travel inside of western portions of the upstate of New York, as well as Maine. As well, severe weather still going on in eastern North Carolina, with we've got some freezing possible going on inside of northern Alabama as well as northwestern Georgia, even inside of North Carolina, and going all the way up into Maryland and Delaware going into tomorrow night, not tonight, and then freezing going on tonight in Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, as well as Indiana, Kentucky as well. And it's kind of interesting because not only do some of these regions have flood warnings out, but they also have freeze warnings out as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. With all the flooded waters, all the ice that is going to form due to the freezing as well. Frost also possible in western Tennessee, northern Arkansas as well. And other than that, that's all that's happening throughout the entire United States. Maybe some more snow possible up there in Washington, but it's not much. Let me check the chat one more time. I don't see anything else, so I'm going to assume that is all. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. If you did, make sure you go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button as well. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. It's quick easy. Hit the subscribe button, hit the share button as well. Share it with all the people that you know. It's so quick that it's quicker than you trying to make your coffee in the morning, or it's quicker than you having to tell your son or daughter to clean their room. It's so quick that it's quicker than all of that. You just gotta go on, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. That takes like probably a minute tops. Should not take that long at all. And I believe that is it. So I will be back tomorrow morning with your Tuesday morning forecast update. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow.